What a guan, people. Hope you're having a good evening and thing. Welcome to TDI TV. I'm the Dirty Immigrant, and a new episode coming at you right now and thing. You know what I mean? Before I go though, see the pictures behind me that I'm now putting into my videos. Those are pictures taken by my brother Raphael on the island of Grenada. So you're going to see some really pretty pictures coming up here behind me, you know, beach scenes, night scenes, you know what I mean? Really good stuff back there, you know, just I'm gonna rep Grenada on the scene and thing. That's what's happening, you know. But anyway, this particular one back there, I'm gonna move this way. You see it there? See the light there, the house under there? Yeah, that's where I-Man was living right before I moved to this country here. Now, that house right there is really next to the international airport, the Maurice Bishop International Airport. And on October the 25th, 1983, when the US troop and the airbornes came, that's the house I was living at. To the right there, I'm gonna just point there, to the right is the airport down there. That's when I woke up. You can notice the street is going that way. So the front door is there. Got up, went to the front door, look up in the sky, airborne is floating down and thing. So that's where I was in 1983 when all that vibe was going on. Now, let's get in on what the conversation, what we gonna talk about tonight and thing, okay? As usual, I'm on Facebook and stuff, and I have a lot of political minded people there, so they put up a lot of political stuff on there. And I'm scrolling through as usual, you know, checking vibe out, seeing what I want and thing. You know what I mean? Excuse me, I have a head cold or something, so I may cough or something here. It's all good. But anyway, so I'm going through it, and there's these people on YouTube that are sort of have on my Facebook page called the Young Turks, and so I saw a video of this, so I click on it, and they were talking about Tom Cotton sending a letter to the Iranian president and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I listened to them, and like I do on occasions, I decided to scroll down and check out the comment section. And I got to a portion of the comment section where one kid, or a person, I don't know if it's a kid, says, the reason why they hate us is because we mess with them all the time. We do stuff to them, you know what I mean? We bomb them, we do this and we do that. And somebody just went on there and wow, the explicitive starts from that person responding to him. You know, you must be an effing retard, you libtard. You know what I mean? What do you mean? Why? Because they're evil. Because they're the devil. You know, he was just going on and on about that. And I thought about it after I read it, of course, you know, and I was like, wow, craziness of one there. But when I got off there, I thought about it. And I was looking at both points of view and stuff of where they're coming from. And here's the deal. Here's how Iran was, okay? This is what I remember of Iran because I kind of lived, I'm old, so I lived through that stuff. There was a Shah of Iran, which was a democratic government. Shah, king, same thing. And he was a democratic leader, but there was myriads of human rights, claims of human rights violations and stuff like that, and people really didn't like him. So what they did is they got rid of him, and I guess because they're desperate, and in desperate times people kind of go back to what they used to, you know what I mean? They weren't going to go to Christianity. The democracy obviously wasn't doing it for them because the Shah of Iran was just busting them up. So they went back to Islam. Now, unfortunately for them, the Ayatollah was a fundamentalist. So he started to go back to archaic times on them. So they weren't happy there. And then, of course, you have the guy after that, but he was sort of following suit with the Ayatollah. Now we have like what seems to be a moderate type of dude in there. But anyway, people remember. They remember the hard times because the people, if I'm alive and I'm telling you about it, that means there are people alive back during the Shah who remember that. So they have a hatred because America, this country, was back in the Shah, even though those people were suffering there, but he was supposed to be democratic. Okay, so there's hard feelings about that, and people don't forget. They do not forget. Now, After he's gone, the Ayatollah came, and still this country was against them. So they had sanctions and stuff, and they're suffering, and all that crazy stuff is going on. People are not going to forget that. So there is the hard feelings. Now, the person in Iran is not getting bombed or anything. So, but the person that responded and says they hate us because we keep bombing them, he sort of broadened the spectrum and said it was the Middle East in general. So I'm going to do a little breaking down here for you so you could kind of see where I'm going with this. And I'm not anti anything or for anything. I'm just trying to throw a little logic in the situation and thing here. Here's about it. Let's say in Afghanistan, there's a village in Afghanistan. And in that village, there was purported terrorists in that village. Now there's a few terrorists and a village full of innocent people. So you send out a drone to get the terrorists. Now the drone doesn't stop in mid-air and pick and choose houses. It doesn't stop there and says, I think that's the house of a terrorist. That's the house of women and children and innocent people. I'm gonna just bomb the terrorist house. No, when the drone falls, boom, it wipes out an area, so innocent people are gonna die. Now let's say little Habib is in one of those houses, okay? And when the drone hit, it kills his whole family and he survives. What do you think little Habib's gonna do? He's not gonna go, thank you, you saved me from the terrorists, because his family's dead. So he's gonna go join up with them and seek revenge. I'm not saying that's how everything happens. Some people just join because they're brainwashed by religion. But a lot of it happened like that. A whole lot of it happened like that. Young people who see bloodshed end up being bloodletters. So there we go. Innocent people died. Innocent kids survive. Innocent kids join and start killing. There's where the anger comes from. Now maybe that is not really understandable. So let me break it down and bring it into this culture here for you. Okay? Remember, drones are indiscriminate. They don't pick and choose. Let's say, for instance, there's a thief in your house. He's got a gun, and you're in the house with your family. And you call the cops, and the cops come, and they go from house to house, and they indiscriminately kill everybody, and you survive. Now think about it. If you're surviving, would you praise the cops for doing such a good job, or you're going to want to get somebody fired, persecuted, because they went in there and they went indiscriminately and shot your whole family? You would be angry. You would want blood, because your family ain't supposed to survive that situation. Their family is supposed to survive that situation. It's a larger scale there and a smaller scale here, but it's the same thing. We go with feelings here. You're going to be upset because your family is dead. That's how it is there. People get upset and they get angry, and then after that, stuff is blinded. You see, the only difference is between this situation and the other situation is that there they're using religion to manipulate the people even more, because it's easier to manipulate when you put religion in there, and we all know that to be true. So then, they just go nuts. The point I'm trying to make is human beings are human beings. We're going to react to similar situations, and in my case, since people are dying, it's the same freaking situation. We're going to react. We're going to look for vengeance, regardless to what it is. That's why the anger. That is some of the reason why there's anger. See, we got to start understanding what other people think in those situations. You know what I mean? Most people, okay, like for instance, in America here, or even in the West in general, most people consider themselves Christians, but they're not practicing Christians. But they think that, they say they're Christians. Would it be so far-fetched that in the Middle East, most people consider themselves Muslim, but they're not practicing Muslims? It would be logical to think that, because we're human. We all react to the same thing. After years and years and years of Islam and years and years and years of Christianity, lots of people claim to be it, but they're not really practicing ones, which makes them innocent bystanders on both sides. Do you see the logic here? Oh man, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but here's the thing, okay? Let's look at it this way. You cannot go to somebody's country and claim to liberate them. Liberate the family members of their lives and expect them to feel liberated. So, instead of us having history repeat itself with wars, we should try to have history repeat itself with peace, because if we peaceful resolution, peace, peace, peace. War-like resolution, war. If there's peace, there's no reason to be angry and want to kill somebody, though, is there? Because there's peace. That's the way it is. You hear all these sound bites, you have to fight for peace. For me, that's an oxymoron. If you have to fight for peace, fight and peace shouldn't be in the same sentence. It should be just peace. Fight and war is in the same sentence because you're out there killing. Man, I hope I'm making some sense here to you. You understand what I'm saying and thing? I hope this makes some sense, because there's just way too many wars going on. And people fighting so long, they don't even remember what they're fighting for. That's why religion is the glue, because, religion just keeps churning. It keeps churning. And people are, that's what I believe. You know what I mean? And listen, nobody was born Muslim. Nobody was born Christian. You was born into it. That's why they have to teach you to be it. That's why people could convert to other religions as they go along. You wasn't born like that. You're taught to be like that. And since you're taught to be like that, you could be taught to use that as a catalyst to kill. There we go. So anyway, comment in the bottom. Tell me what you think. If you disagree, let me have it. If you agree, tell me. But comment, man. Tell me what's going on. What you believe is the situation. I'm not saying that this is the whole situation. Some people just, I'm Islamic, so I'm gonna kill anybody else that isn't. And the same thing could go on the other side. So we just going around in circles. So comment and tell me what you think. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man, because these videos are going to keep coming, and I want to try to do it as thought-provoking as possible. Okay? Remember, as I always say, walk in peace.
Why?